Hello and welcome to another episode of The Debug Life. Today we're going to be talking about multitasking and how it's really just one big lie. In today's fast-paced world, the pressure to do more in less time has led to the widespread belief that multitasking is the key to achieving success. However, research has shown that multitasking is nothing more than a myth. Today, we will explore why multitasking is ineffective and discuss the switching cost and its demands on our cognition. Because time feels so limited, multitasking has become mainstream as a way to get a lot of things done at the same time. However, research has shown that while multitaskers think they're succeeding, they're actually performing poorly. Multitasking doesn't work. It is merely a way to do multiple things badly at the same time. While we can do some things at the same time, such as walking and talking, we aren't actually multitasking, but rather alternating our focus. We process different types of information in different parts of the brain. When we're engaged in multiple activities, the brain has one in the foreground and the other in the background. Things start getting off track when an activity requires a part of the brain that's already in use, such as trying to use your phone while driving. Alternating tasks can add anywhere from 25 to 100% more time to completing it. Therefore, dividing your brain capacity reduces your effectiveness, and you end up wasting time on creating subpar results. Psychologists studying what happens with our cognition, our mental processes, when subjects try to perform more than one task at any given time, have concluded that we didn't evolve for true multitasking. They found it takes more time to get tasks completed when they were done simultaneously rather than individually, as well as more error prone. The term multitasking is actually a misnomer since it's not possible to perform multiple tasks simultaneously. Instead, we switch our focus and attention between tasks. This process is referred to as task switching, an expensive process that incurs a cost in terms of time, effort, and cognitive resources, leading to decreased productivity and increased errors. Task switching not only incurs a cost in terms of time and effort required to transition between tasks, but also in the cognitive demands of having to remember where you left off and what you were thinking about before switching. This can be especially challenging when tasks are complex and require deep focus. I'm sure you can relate when you had a task at work or something really important you were working on and you got disturbed and you had to alternate your focus. And then when you jump back into that important task, all of a sudden you take a lot of time to get back into that flow. We're constantly overwhelmed with information and input from family, social media, email, work, and interactions with others. This makes it seem like everything is important, so we try to do everything. Despite being busy, we don't actually accomplish much. Keeping busy is different from being productive, effective, or successful. Even though to-do lists can be helpful, they usually only distract us with things we feel we must do because they're on the list. In reality, the minority of effort produces the majority of results. Therefore, you should focus on the few high-impact things you can do to create a meaningful impact. In conclusion, multitasking is not an effective way to get things done. It is not true that it can help us achieve success. Instead, it only leads to poor performance and wasted time. Instead of multitasking, we should focus on just one important task at a time and then switch our attention to the next task once it's fully completed. By prioritizing our tasks, we can work smarter and not harder. Remember, multitasking is not the key to success, but focusing on a single task is.